wanted to come to you today and share a little video tip about presenting businesses with having a Scentsy warmer in their office, place of business. So this actually came across because a teammate of ours sent me an email kind of asking, hey, how do you approach businesses about having a Scentsy warmer in them? And we were kind of talking about just ways to get your name out there, ways to break past your warm market, as they call it, of your close family and friends and people who you already know. How do you get out of that? How do you find new people to share Scentsy with? And one of those ways that I suggested was putting a Scentsy warmer in places of business. So how do you actually do that? And it was funny because she asked me that question and I said, you know what, I'm just going to make a video and kind of talk about it because sometimes things like that are easier for me to explain than try to type out. Then I went back to the binder system this week. What is the binder system, you guys? I actually talked about this on our Rising Stars page, but basically what it is, it's a system of tasks to do for your Scentsy business every single day. And I had done a binder system years ago and then I got away from it, and I've been actually wanting to get back to the binder system for a year now. And I've been putting it off because I've been trying to catch up. And I've said to myself, well, as soon as I get caught up, I'm going to get back on the binder system. Well, after about a year of not catching up, because how do we ever catch up as wives and business owners and moms and people with extracurricular activities? We don't, right? Because as soon as we finish one thing, there's 10 more things that we need to do. And so after a year of putting it off, this week I was like, you know what? I'm just jumping in right where I am, jumping into my binder system. So I pull out my binder for Friday, which is business day. And what it has at the top is a list of tasks that you do every single Friday. One of those is make a YouTube video. Check. And then I go down to week 3 because we're in the 3rd week of August. And one of the tasks is find a small business to put a warmer in or follow up with any current loaner warmer borrow bags. Check. So I just thought it was funny and I wanted to share about the binder system and about how to present small businesses with the warmer opportunity. So basically what you do is you take a warmer. Maybe it's the warmer you got in your starter kit. Maybe it's a warmer that you've had in your house. It doesn't have to be a new warmer. It can be an old warmer. You take a warmer and then you take a bar or maybe some samples, maybe a variety of samples. And you're going to take them to a place of business and you are going to say, oh, then also you need maybe some catalogs and business cards for sure. A way that people can know how to get in touch with you to get Scentsy. Then you're going to take all that and you're going to go to a place of business and you're going to say, hey, if I give you this Scentsy warmer and these cubes, would you be willing to display it and use it with my business cards next to it? So in case anybody asks about it, in case anybody wants to know where they can get Scentsy, you can give them my contact information and I'd be happy to help them. You can also let this business know that, like, hey, I'm looking to get my name out there. I'd be happy to take some of your cards and share those as well. Kind of, give and take type thing. That's a great way to do it. Now, that all sounds easy, right? But in reality, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to walk into a store with a warmer and a bar and your cards and you get nervous and you don't know what to say. So what can you do? How can you get past that? Couple tips. First of all, start with people who you know. Make a list. It might take some thinking, but I bet you know somebody who owns a business. Or you know somebody who knows somebody who owns a business. Next on that list, write down places where you do business. Maybe where you get your hair done, where you get your nails done, where you have your car insurance, where you like to shop. I mean, really, the possibilities of businesses are endless. I would suggest probably not food places. Probably not, no, because the smell and then the smell of Scentsy, that's not going to be a good place. Also, start with, like I said, people who you know. Small businesses are good because if it's like a big corporation, they might not be able to put out a Scentsy warmer. Or your cards for that matter. But if you know somebody who maybe works in an office at, like, say, a hotel or something like that, maybe they could put their warmer in their office with your card, so when people come into their office it smells good. I mean, really, you can get creative and think, and I'm sure you can come up with a list of people and places where you could take the Scentsy warmer and the cards. Some really good places are like thrift stores, because those places are stinky. They've got old stuff in them, and it kind of smells. So maybe you can present to them like, hey, do you want to freshen it up? Like, it's good for your business too. The other thing is, you keep track of what you donate, because when it comes tax time, you're gonna talk to your accountant, because I'm not one and I don't pretend to be one. I have an accountant and she's good and I give her Scentsy to use. But you can talk to them, because you might be able to write off the fact that you donated this warmer and you donated these bars. When you talk to the business, tell them that they can talk to their accountant and maybe they can write off the scents they use, because it's for their place of business and it's creating a nice, welcoming environment, and so people want to show up at their stores for longer. I don't know. Can you tell I'm nervous? I don't want to give tax advice, but it's something that you could bring up for them to bring up with their accountant. That's totally okay. The accountants will know if they can or can't write it off. That's not really on you. But you can propose that as like, hey, you know what? When you buy wax from me, talk to your accountant, because you might be able to write that off. I know as a personal business owner, I'm always looking for little things that I can write off. So, that's a way to kind of present it too. Now, the other thing I will tell you is I have done this. I do this with a few businesses. They are, one of them is where we do our insurance, and two of them are clothing stores that are locally owned. One of them is a friend, so that was a real easy approach, and I don't know that I've ever gotten any business from her store other than she buys wax from me for her store. And so even if you donate this warmer and you've got somebody who's cranking through the wax because they've got to keep their store smelling good, you at least have one new customer. The other one is a clothing store who I actually did when they had their grand opening, I did a Scentsy giveaway, a warmer giveaway as part of their grand opening. And then I asked her, hey, if I gave you a warmer, would you put it out with some cards? And I will bring you cubes from time to time. And what I do with her is I typically, when I make my samples for the scent of the month, I don't give her just a little sample. I give her a whole cube. And I just walk it in, give her a cube, and it keeps it going. I don't know if, maybe I've gotten business from there. Maybe I haven't. I'm not 100% sure. I actually need to check in with her because it's been a little while. So maybe that's what I'll do today for my little task, or I'll think of other places that I can put warmers, because it really is a great way to kind of spread your Scentsy wings and get your business out there. The other thing is, I want you to remember, if you approach one of these stores and they tell you, no thank you, we don't want a Scentsy warmer in our store, or we can't have that, or whatever it might be, please don't take it personally. It isn't you. They just don't, for whatever reason, they maybe can't have one. It's like the waitress when she's filling up coffee refills, right? If she comes to your table and says, do you want coffee? And someone says, no thank you, I don't like coffee, she doesn't get hurt feelings because they didn't want coffee. It's the same with Scentsy. Don't get your feelings hurt if they don't want a Scentsy warmer. There will be other places that will want a Scentsy warmer, especially a free Scentsy warmer. Hello! So, if you're nervous about approaching these businesses, when you get out of your car, first of all, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go do it, right? Like Mel Robbins says, you do the countdown. When you get to 1, you're walking in there. Have it in your hand. So when you get in the store, there is no chickening out. It's right there would you be willing to put the Scentsy warmer out? I have my Scentsy warmers far away with these cubes. I should have one here to show. Oh, here's a bar. Would you be willing to put the Scentsy warmer out? And I will give you a free bar. And all you need to do is put my cards out. So if anybody needs any Scentsy, they can come to me for it. Okay? So you've got it in your hand. You're going to be less likely to chicken out about it. So, if nothing else, all this is going to be really great practice for you for sharing the opportunity, sharing about Scentsy, talking about Scentsy, breaking out of your shell. There might be customers in the store while you're presenting this who want Scentsy. I mean, that stuff happens all the time. So, I encourage you today to at the very least, make a list of businesses or places that you could approach to put Scentsy warmers. And if you want to go a step further, go ask some. Let us know how it goes. I know you can do it. I'm so proud of you. Keep up the great work.